Yes, once again, you are most welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brian, the IT pedagogue, and of course, as I told you, we are going to journey together this chapter called Word Processing 2 in the book 3 for ICT in annual secondary curriculum. And of course, in the previous video, we did look at how we can work with images with text wrapping, and I said in the next video we shall be seeing how we crop images, and here we are. Of course, without wasting time, let's just dive in. And of course, here we are looking at cropping images, and here we are saying when you crop an image, it means you have removed part of it or hidden it. When your picture has a lot of content, you can focus on only part of it by cropping the picture. As you can see, I have some picture here. This is the full picture, but of course, as I said, cropping, you just focus on one part. So I focused only on the face, as you can see, to crop out to the face, and you can see this arrow pointing to what happened after cropping. So this is what I mean with. Okay, straight away, let's see how we can do crop pictures in the MS Word. Okay, here we go. So we open our MS Word, of course, and in the previous video, this is what we did look at. Of course, images with text wrapping. As you can see, this one we did insert it. So today we are looking at cropping images. So of course, you click where you want to insert that image. I want it to be inserted right here. So I just double click for the cursor to go right there. Now, what I will do, I will come to the insert tab. I click on it, and then I want to insert a picture or the image. So I go to picture, click on the arrow pointing down, of course, insert picture from this device, and then of course where they are, I locate desktop, and they are in this folder of mine, photos for ads. Double click to open, and of course here choose the image that you want to insert. So I'm going for this one, Christmas gift. Double click on it. It is now right there. It is right there. So we are going to see how we do crop this image. So as I said, when you are cropping, it means you are focusing on one part of that image. So I want to focus on this camera, as you can see, this one only. So I'm going to crop this image, focusing on that area. So I click on the image. Of course, when it is not selected, first come and click on it like that. Then you can see up here we have picture tools. Click on picture format, and then we want to crop. You go to the size group, then you can see crop is there. Click on the arrow pointing down, and then click on crop. So after clicking on crop, you can see the cropping handles appearing on your picture. So what you do is now to do the resizing. So I want to resize. I said I'm focusing on this. So I resize. Then begin from here. So make sure you point your cursor. Point this pointer of the mouse pointer. Make sure you point it at this cropping handles. So I point here, as you can see. Then I drag like this. Then even here, I point, I drag, good. Then up here, I drag, good. And then here, I also come, I drag, I focus. I said I'm focusing on only this. Maybe I can even put up here. Okay, you see? Then after doing that, after resizing, to do how with this that you want to hide, just come and click where you can see space. So just left click there. So you can now see we have cropped an image. That is how we do with the cropping an image in the so-called MS Word. Now, for this video, we're not only focusing on cropping images. We are done with looking at cropping images. So I want us to go an extra mile and see we can still look at how we can compress an image. Yes, then in the end of this we shall be looking at how we do with the footnotes and the end notes. Okay, now we have seen how we can crop an image. I do want us to see how we can compress an image. Now with compressing here, you can see compressing images. When learners in boarding schools are leaving for school, they tend to fold their mattresses and tighten them with ropes. This makes the mattresses easier to move with and occupy less space in a taxi. Of course, those who are in boarding, if you're once in boarding, you know how, or if you're in boarding, you know how, or you know what I'm trying to mean. And then something similar can be done to computer files and images that are big. So big computer files can be reduced in terms of size so as to occupy less space on a computer. Now likewise, when computer files contain many images, the size of the file becomes larger, and this makes it difficult to share via internet. So to share or store files containing many images, you need to compress the images or the file itself. So we're going to see how we can do compress images in the MS Word for easy sharing. Okay, so in MS Word, here we go, and then of course I want to insert that image right here. Then of course I go to insert. I said I go to insert picture, this device, and then I want to compress. Let me compress this one. Double click on it. Good. So this is what I'm going to compress. So yesterday we're looking at how we can resize. Resizing, of course, we know how to resize. Good. Then I said I'm going to compress this one. So make sure you click on the picture, and then up here you can see picture tools. Click on picture format, and then come to the adjust group. Then look for compress. For some versions it can be labeled there, but now for this version it is not labeled, but just come to the adjust group. Of course, this software, it is user friendly. Its interface, you can see, just point at a feature, then it will read out. When I point at this feature, you can see it is reading compress pictures. So I click on it. Then we have the compression options. Then the resolution. Of course, some of the images. Now this one, you can see it was just this other resolution there inactive. At least maybe for it was kinda compressed, but you can still compress it to this one. Maybe for the web. Click OK. Then if I do insert another image, picture. Okay, let me insert this one I used first. This one. Now for this one, you can see. So this one I want to compress, picture format, compress. Now you can see this one. The resolution. This one's inactive, but this one it is active now. Print, excellent quality, almost printers and the screens. So you can compress to that and click OK. But that is how we can simply compress pictures or images in the MS Word. Okay, moving on. As I said, I have a variety for you. I want us to see how we do now here we have the footnotes and the notes. So let's see how we can insert the footnotes and the endnotes in the so-called MS Word. Now let's first get to know what a footnote is and what an endnote is. Now we are saying a footnote is a message placed at the bottom of the page that gives additional information about something mentioned in the text above it. A reference number is normally printed after a relevant word in text and before the matching footnotes. So we shall be seeing how we do insert a footnote. Of course, we are saying this one, it appears at the bottom of the page. Now, like a footnote, an endnote is a comment or reference placed at the end of an article, chapter, book, or essay, rather than at the bottom of a page. Of course, as students, maybe you should be noting somewhere in the notebook. Make sure you have a notebook, you note some keywords. Of course, I told you in this chapter, you will be learning some new keywords actually. And of course, I mentioned the footnotes and end notes, so you can note that. Now, straight away, let's see how we do, how we insert the footnote and even the so-called end note. Now in MS Word, so come to your MS Word, and of course this one, let me have a new one, and of course here let me auto-generate some text here. This one maybe let me have a 3 to 4. It ends good. Now we are going to see how we can insert the footnote first. You get? Yes. So we are going to insert a footnote on the word header. So I come and look for that word header. Header, it is in this first paragraph, and it is here what provides header, footer, and the likes. So I'm going to insert the so-called footnote on this word header. So that means that first select that text that you want to insert a footnote. So I selected this one. Then the footnote option is found in the references group, tab. So come to the references tab, click on it, and then come to the footnotes. So we want to insert a footnote. Come click on insert footnote. Now when you click on it, by default here you can see these numbers coming. These ones now here down, make sure you type the meaning. Of course this one they should carry meaning. So a header, this one, let me say meaning a text, meaning a text that appears let me say in the top left corner of the page, like that. And I'm done. So when I come move up here, I look for that word header. So when I point at it, you can see it reads out a text that appears in the top left corner of the page. So we have inserted what we call the footnote on this word header. And so when I move down, of course it is there. And as I said, for a footnote, it appears at the bottom of the page, and you see it is at the bottom. So that is how we simply insert a footnote in the MS Word. Lastly, I want us to see how we can insert endnotes in the so-called MS Word. And as I said, for the endnote is a comment or reference placed at the end of an article, chapter, book, or essay. So for it comes after the end of the chapter. You see? Control N. If I say equals rand, type rand. So this one may be 20 each of 7. So you can see. Maybe let me. I want it at least to have like some 20 maybe by 20, like that. Very good. So you can see we have you have a number of pages. You have a number of pages. So we say it comes after the chapter, or it comes after an essay. So let's see. Now still we are going to, let me insert the end note on this word footer. So you can see I have 11 pages. So this is now like maybe an ASO chapter, you can see. So I'm going to select this footer. Then I want to insert the end note. Of course, you go to references, and then footnotes, and then come click on insert end note, like that. So as we said, it appears after the end of the chapter, or a document, or an essay. You can see it. This is the last page 11, and that is where it is appearing. So now footer, say to mean maybe text, say maybe a text that appears in the bottom in the bottom left corner of a page, like that. You can see. So it appears at the end of an SEO chapter. As you can see, it is here. So when I point, the text that appears in the bottom left corner of a page. Okay, that's what I had for you as of now. That's what I had for you. Thanks for watching. It has been Brian is the IT pedagogue. Make sure you continue subscribing to this channel so as you can learn more and more for this chapter word processing too. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.